Greetings everyone, BJ Weiler back here with you for another episode of Stronghold Kingdoms Island Warfare. It is day 60. Let's zoom out here. Get the initial stuff out of the way here. Obviously House 17 still in firm control. Doesn't look like that's going to change too much here. So they have firm control of the Central Philippines and Northern Philippines here. Here we have a bit of House 3, House 9. House 9, which are allies, a sister faction of House 13, and of course us here. Oh, House 10 has taken over Tundra View region. We had that yesterday. And so House 16, House 9, and House 17 are basically all sister factions here. Now we did notice that House 3 had taken over Palawan here, rather. And that is because the enemy, House 6, certain factions have popped into House 3, but they are still the enemy of House 17. So apparently there is a war going on. Although it seems quiet for us. Generally speaking, House 17 is at war with House 6 and House 3. As you can see here, as a matter of fact, we do have a cavalry from Sammy attacking this gentleman here, or this lady, I should say. It's either going to be a raise or a cap. We'll find out, in 7 minutes. Tundra View, otherwise it's been relatively quiet here. Our thoughts of forming a faction here long since over, since we have lost King MacArthur and Inigo from the server, so it's pretty much myself, Bolts, Griffin, and Sir Griffin are going to be stuck where we're at for the time being. Unfortunately, it's probably safer that way for the time being anyway. I think Bolts is still around. Let's take a look. Let's do this then. Manage diplomacy. Here we go. Of course, we have our friend Sendril still here. He's a member of House 17. Peter the Great and Dylan the Great, friends from House 2 on server USA 3 are here, but it looks like they're no longer a part of a house. They were originally part of House 7, as I recall. There's Glory Round, still waiting for the first Glory Round to end, so even though House 17 has been pretty much dominant for the first 2 months of this server, it seems the glory points, the honor points coming in, the glory points coming in here are much slower than would be typical for one of the other servers. So good, and I've got high hopes of actually completing some of the loyalty achievements here. We're already 4 weeks in, so another 6 weeks we get the next level. So very nice. And as a matter of fact, I think I do want to upgrade myself here. Start some research. You know what? Let me take a quick pause so that I can open up my little notes for research here. So essentially I'm going to mirror the research I'm doing on the global conflict server. So of course, since I am behind here, since it's a newer server, so I am Yeoman 5th class, Yeoman 5th class now. this. So I basically went through and noted all the research I've done up to this point on global conflict, so I can basically take the same path here, military path of course, here on island warfare. So the question is what I want to do next in terms of research. Now Yeoman opens up a few more things here for me. I do believe I should be able to start recruiting pikemen now. Armor working, pole turning, yes. Fortunately that's 1, 2, 3, 4 points to get that research going. Nothing I need to do in farming right now, I believe, right? Yep, we've got all the 5 basic food groups going, so we're good there. Education. Don't really need merchants with only 1 really to worry about merchants right now. I can sell to the parish capital, but with only 1 village, I don't have to worry about trading between villages. Storage capacity, I might want to bump that up. Definitely not doing theology yet. So obviously we're going to go military, so we can't do castellation yet. We're up on that. We've still got 2 points of diplomacy, but now that might come in handy, and defenses. No point in getting access to pikemen until we can recruit pikemen. So I think what would be good here? So we can't do castellation. I think we might want to start with diplomacy because enemy was vanquished 4 days ago, so the enemy should be coming up very soon. Oh, you know what I want to do? No. You know what I want to do? I want to do this. This is what I want to do. Beef up the speed of our army. So I can actually start performing more attacks here. But you know what, is there anything to attack right now? Besides a castle, AI castle, which I'm not going to be able to attack. Definitely Pig's Castle, Snake's Castle, yeah, so you know what, let me change this, yeah, we'll cancel that. Yes, and we will do at least 1 diplomacy. Diplomax Command, we should be okay for now, so we will do diplomacy. So we'll throw 1 point into diplomacy, and we're going to throw 2 points into forced march. Okay, we shall do that. So that way we'll be up to 100%. We'll basically double the speed of our army once forced march is done here. What the result of this was, if anything, it could just been a breaker attack. See, once the clock finishes ticking here, what turns up? And in the meantime, let me do sticky notes. Remember, forced march research. Island warfare. Oh, island warfare, thank you. So we'll hold on to that note to remind myself to do that. Now the village is still standing, so there must have just been a breaker attack. The army was successful. Interesting. So, in the meantime, let's go back to what we were originally doing here. Makatha, definitely gone. Nago gone. Traveler's Way gone. Sir Griffin gone. And Bolt Griffin's gone, yeah, so everybody's gone here, eh? In case any of them come back, I will leave that on. So Central, House 17, nice. And let's see, did I look up Dylan? Peter, right, okay. So these sisters are still around. So in the meantime, we have our castle building up nicely. Did a little something different this time to ensure that I've got a little bit more protection instead of just waiting for the towers to form, which I might start doing this for some of my other villages on other worlds now too. Obviously a day for each of the great towers. Did this, and this seems, at least in terms of the siege camp, be helping. Of course, being higher ranked on the other servers, it's not going to do much for AI attacks, or even player attacks if they choose to attack me, but it's at this lower level, this seems to have worked nicely defenses-wise against the AI. Now I can just let the outer ring of towers build up. But, let's see, is there anything else we want to build here? Not really, just recruited some more peasants. So we'll get 10 more peasants in the meantime till we eventually rank up a couple more times here. 5,000. So once we hit 65,000 points, we'll rank up again. And I think that is the time we'll start our production. For our pikemen. So we'll do weapon making. 2 things into weapon making, 2 research points, and then we'll probably just start with the armor working. And then when we rank up again, we'll do the pole turning, and then of course the pikemen. And we'll probably throw something into either defenses or diplomacy by that point. And the next rank up, I think we'll finish off what we can for defenses and diplomacy and forced march. But that's for the future. Yeah, the future. Let's take a look at what has happened here in the past. The enemy attacking us. Miser for hoarding gold. Very good. Got that started and underway. So yeah, it was 4 days difference between the last siege camps here. Some reports to review. Faction relationship change. We have an enemy here. That is the only enemy. This faction here that is without a house. A Russian faction, apparently. So I don't think any of these fellers are around me at all. Some in W Occidental, which is here to the southeast. Ah, so this is where they are. So, oh wow, seems to be, this is where they're concentrated down here a bit. So it's good. I'm actually in a good position here to where I can build up and grow relatively unmolested. At least thus far. So build up my power like I am in global conflict. Ah, okay, thank you very much. Interesting. Whatever you say, dude, or dudette, as the case may be. Anyway, so we actually went out and managed to attack a wolf lair. So let's take a look at that first. See how we did here. 2 archers, peasants of course naturally, so we got rid of all the wolfies. Good. Excellent victory for a nice little bit of honor. Excellent. So we'll take a look at a couple of these enemy attacks. Yeah, diplomacy at least kicking once, so that's not bad. So let's take a look at the probing attack, and we'll look at the final attack. I think they're, at this point, still only coming from one direction. Yes. Excellent. This final attack. Ooh, much more. Yeah, so still at this point, at this level in the rank I'm at, they don't have the secondary attack coming in yet. See, effective too. Oops. Those little spires there. Interesting. Very good. So, it's interesting. Is he sending another attack out or no? Doesn't look like it. Not yet. Guess waiting for that captain to return. Interesting. Okay, so those are the enemy attacks. Let's see what's Sendual attacked Stranek. Defender won that one, right? Definitely a well-built castle there, huh? second attack. Ooh, Defender 1 again. Interesting. It's taking forever to dig through that loot. That. Let's see what we did here. Ah, the attacker wins here. Let's take a look. Victory. So thanks, Central, for sending us those reports. And I think we will call that an episode. Just check our honor gains here. No losses of troops, which is always nice. Very good. Till the next siege camp arrives. So that seems to be it for now. Doesn't look like much else of interest going on in our neck of the woods here, besides that one captain attack. So anyway, that's the update for now. We'll just keep plugging away here. Oh, we do have this fella here has joined House 16 now. And of course our old interesting person there, Lord Cat, has joined House 10. So we'll see how things go. Who's that person? Always on the lookout for our next village. Potential candidates. Of course, I might just want to stay in the parish and make things simpler for now, so. Put the liege lord there to House 19, I think, something like that. This guy, however, newly arrived. Potential. Now, this one's been hanging around ever since I got here to Lapu-lapu. Interesting. Haven't seen much from her at all. Oh, she did promote to lady, so she, yeah. So she's still active. Well, she's upgrading. Okay. I'm eventually going to have to do that too. I've got to see what quests I can go through. Construction Crazy, Law and Order, Bandit Caps. Maybe. Once I get Pikemen, I think I can handle that one. Some more Construction Crazy. 5 buildings. Might be able to do that. I'm eventually going to have to research this stuff, but that won't be for quite some time. Don't even have it researched on global conflict yet. So anyway, this is BJ Wallace saying, thanks for watching this episode of Island Warfare. Hopefully Central can keep me up to date. Keep sending them reports. Keep me up to date on the war efforts of House 17 here. Because right now I am not getting too much information in, since my house, I know from the last communique, we were doing some stuff up in here, and obviously trying to do some stuff down in here, with these guys as enemies. And since we're on the same island, I don't have to worry about inter-island journeys affecting me across the bay here. Should I eventually get into the position to run some attacks against these guys. Which we'll do at some point, we'll see. Gotta build up first though, make sure the defenses are nice and tight, and our military is where I want it. Anyway, thanks for watching everyone. It's BJ Wallace saying, until next time, I will see you in game.